This is Sandra Longmore, and I'm going to white box myself there. I am so glad you are here. You know what? This is an exciting time. I have been talking with Debbie, who's down below, Debbie Talbert, and you're going to get to meet her in a little bit, and she is so much fun. So let me ask you, are you one of those people who like to live their lives and like to know how other people live their lives and solve their challenges and how they find happiness, and not only find it but keep it, and how they create what they want and the steps they take? Well, you came to the right place, because on this program you're going to learn all about that from me and also Debbie. So this program is all about how to be inspired, uplifted, and solve a situation in your own life's journey. And today's topic is a tricky one. It's why do I need law of attraction? And the subtitle, like I said in the trailer, is this is a trick question. So, and you are going to also meet my very special guest, Debbie Talbert, who's going to share with you how to start your business in the second act. And you're going to hear her personal story and how she has shaped her life for success. And you're in for a really good treat. And also part of this show is taken from my 4-week Law of Attraction Made Simple series that's going to be launched November 16th. And I am here every Saturday, 3 Saturdays a week at 2 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. And I think that's 5 o'clock Eastern Time. I take the last Saturday off. I like that. I get a vacation. In that way, I am all fresh for you. Not that I'm not fresh right now. So, and who I am, I'm Sandra Longmore. You can read it down there. And what I do is I just simply practice energy all the time, ever since I learned about it. And practicing energy is so much fun, and it's so much fun being around like-minded people like Debbie to practice our energy together. And I call practicing energy, it's a vibration, and I call it vibrazione, and that is Italian for a vibration. And I love the Italian language, and when you have a high-flying vibrazione, guess what? You get more of it. And I tell you, that Italian vibrazione is so yummy. Not only do they have good food, but vibrazione is really, really fun. High-flying vibration. And I like to have fun with my shows and with my life. I like to laugh, and I think that you learn faster when you're having fun, because that's a high-flying vibration. Now, when I first learned about the law of attraction, I just wanted more. And I became certified law of attraction trainer. I'm a certified law coach and a certified energy master for advanced coaching, a published author, and a speaker and teacher of art. In fact, I'm in my art studio right now with this broadcast. And I am a creator of things that I love. And I just love my life. So this show is all about living the art of the art of living ageless. And you know what? I like that so much. I made a community, and it is the Art of Living Ageless community. And you can join that. Where just go on Google Plus and join my community, and I'd love to have you there. And on the community, we work with 3 things. I got these wonderful signs. What 3 things: thoughts, beauty, and solution. And today we're going to, well, I guess we can do all 3. We're going to have lots of thoughts around law of attraction and business, and lots of solution that Debbie's going to bring us. And beauty, well, Debbie and I are really beautiful. And so are you. So, you know what? You can really live your life as an art piece, as an art in progress. And that's what life is all about, to live it ageless. Now, if you've been listening to my program for the first time, I'm going to get you just a little bit up to speed about law of attraction. You know, law of attraction is a universal law that governs energy. And this is a very curious law. You can't paint a picture of it, and you can't touch it or feel it. You can only tell what it is by the results you're feeling. And now you might say, well, what are you talking about, Sandra? What do you mean the results you're feeling, or what about those thoughts you're thinking? Well, you may be using words or have used words like coincidence, serendipity, or meant to be, or faith, or observed things and people showing up in your life at strange places, or you think about somebody and there they are on the phone. Well, that's all law of attraction. And you might be thinking, well, what's up with that? I got a card on that. What's up with that? What's up with that? And the reason it's up is because it's all the law of attraction. And what it does, the law of attraction is it attracts stuff to you. And because you and I are magnetic, and whatever you give your energy, focus, and desire to, you're going to get more of. Energy, focus, and desire. You're going to get more of. And it could be good stuff. It could be bad stuff. Where's that one? Oh, negative or positive. It could be negative or positive stuff. And you get to choose. By changing your thoughts, you get to change your results. And most of all, have fun at this. Keep it light, because light and love and happiness and laughter is a high vibration. And when you have a high vibration, what happens? Law of attraction matches it, and you get more of the same. So now I'd like to introduce my special guest here, Debbie Talbert. Debbie, can you tell us about yourself?
Well, hi, Stephanie. Thanks for having me here. I'm sorry, Sandra. I'm sorry.
We're both S's.
Stephanie. Anyway, sorry, Sandra. I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm enjoying this on the Saturday afternoon. Actually, for me, it's almost evening. It's almost dinner time here because I'm in West Palm Beach. And I am a 50-plus-something flight attendant who has decided that it's time for me to create my own financial life raft, basically, because of a lot of things that happened to my company. And so I have been using the law of attraction to attract my ideal opportunities. And it's really working for me. So I'm looking forward to tell you more about that later. I know Sandra's going to ask me to come back and tell more about my story, so I'll tell you more about that later. So anyway, that's me. And I've been at the same company for over 30 years.
Awesome, Debbie.
Yes.
Isn't she fun? I just love her laugh. Okay, so why do you need law of attraction? When I remember I said it's a tricky question. Well, let me tell you a little story. In the shower room after hot yoga, a woman said, "Today I got a refund check for $157. Law of attraction must be working for me." Another one said, "You know what? Yes, last week I attracted a parking spot in downtown Portland, so law of attraction is working for me." Well, the key here is sometimes it works. Surprise, it's working all the time. And if you think about it just working sometimes, you're going down the wrong track, because law of attraction doesn't get you anything. Law of attraction doesn't just work when you want it to find a parking place or get your refund check. But it can do all those things if you magnetize the right vibration to yourself. But law of attraction is going on all the time. It's blowing and flowing all around you all the time, just like gravity. Now, do you say, "I need gravity"? Nope. Do you say, "Gravity brought me this"? Nope. It just is. And that's the way law of attraction is. It just is. The law of attraction is always working in your background, and it might be good news or it might be bad news, but you create your own reality by your thoughts. And you could point your finger at everything around you and say, "I did that. I did that." And sometimes you go, "Oh, I did that?"
Yeah.
Well, yep, you did. Now, another powerful law is gravity. And these two laws, law of attraction and gravity, are similar because they are the most powerful laws in the universe. And they affect us every single moment of our life. Not only us, but everything on the planet. And you had to learn really how to use gravity, like when you were a toddler and you were walking around and trying to stand up. How did you do that? Well, you just wanted to do it. You wanted to get on the top of that kitchen table so bad that you learned how to handle gravity. And as soon as your mom turned her back and you could do it, you got right up on that table as fast as you could. So you took it through with tenacity and positive momentum. You learned how to walk. And the same thing with law of attraction. When you're learning how to harness the energy, is you want to find out, you want to have that same kind of expectancy that I'm going to learn how to harness this, just like I learned how to walk. And so it's like learning to do something the very first time. So I'm going to ask Debbie. Hey, Debbie, do you remember how you learned something for the very first time and what it felt like?
Oh, sure. Actually, I can go to my flight attendant job for that. I only started that part at my company in '99. And I remember going through the class and learning the whole different things I had to learn about operating these airplane doors and all that whole experience. And it was a 5-week program, and I was determined to get through it. So I stuck with it and the tenacity, and just like what you're talking about, like when walking, it's the same. I was like, this is what I'm going to do, and so I stuck with it, and it felt sometimes it felt exciting, and sometimes it felt very frustrating because it was new and I had to learn it, and I was sometimes getting it and sometimes I wasn't. that's kind of that's I mean that's the most key time I can remember, like recent, as far as that goes, like a brand new like over experience where you'd be in there, and then when I got on the airplane for the first time, and then I had to do all the stuff that I had just learned for 5 weeks. I was like, okay, brain, let it come back. When it was time.
Awesome. And as I see Debbie in her business, she's got that same attitude. She's just flying high with it. And I know you're going to be excited to hear what she's done with her business pretty soon. So the tricky question is, why do I need law of attraction? Well, guess what? You don't have a choice. You just plain don't have a choice. It's always there. It's always in the background. And you can learn how to harness it. And you do that by looking at the results you're now creating and figure out how you can change what you are now creating. And that can be done through different courses and coaching and just being around like-minded people. So good luck on learning all more about law of attraction. And of course, you can learn more about it every single Saturday, except for the last Saturday of the month, on my Hangout with Sandra show. And now I'd like to turn it over to Debbie, because I'm as excited as I know you are, to learn about how Debbie helps people. You know, she helps people recreate their lives in the second act. And she helps them discover why they are attracting negative things into their life. And more important, how to stop creating negative things and how to deliberately attract ideal personal and business opportunities and get your gifts out to the world. So Debbie, you're on. Can you tell us your story and how you do all this stuff?
All right. Sure, Sandra. Well, actually, my story starts when my company that I work for actually filed bankruptcy. Um, and kind of when it happened, I was left with all these thoughts of, okay, what am I going to do now? I just got a pay cut. My insurance costs more, but yet everything else around me was costing more money, and I needed to figure out a way, like how can I just create my own financial life raft, so to speak, because it wasn't, this just was like real reality hit that, okay, this plan I had where I was going to retire with all this stuff, it wasn't going to happen because then the retirement plan changed. A lot of stuff changed all throughout this whole process. So I went, and this was before I was totally aware of how I could deliberately use law of attraction. I'd heard of it and I'd watched The Secret. However, I had no clue how to harness it like you're talking about. But I was always intrigued by it. And so once I learned actually how to harness it, then I used it to help me attract my ideal opportunity. So that's how it first started, and like just kind of like what you're saying in the sense of learning to walk and learning to do something new, it is a still every day is a practice because I know it has a lot to do now. I understand it has a lot to do with my feelings because I'm either having a negative or a positive feeling. So
Right.
what I help people understand is that part of it, like how that it's really more a feeling, like a vibration, like what you've been talking about. And I love your word, the vibraziano. Is that how you say
Vib- Vibraziana. Right.
it?
Something.
Vibraziano. Okay.
Vibraziani. Oh, now I can't say it.
Okay. Well, I have to go look
Vibraziani.
at
Anyway, it's a great word. I'll say it the way I guess. We can just say it the way we want to say it.
it.
Vibraziano. Something like
But
that.
Graziano. Anyway, I love the way that sounds. It sounds more romantic, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Vibration.
Romance is good.
So what I help people do is, and I target mainly working with women like myself, like those of us that are 45 or past age 45, because a lot has changed for us, and
Yes.
also a lot happens when you have your first hot flash. Then
Yeah.
reality hits you like, oh my God, I'm hitting a new phase of life, right?
Hmm.
And then so what I help people do is kind of take that and really look at their life and what do they like that's in it, what don't they like that's in it, and I teach them how to use the law of attraction to attract their ideal opportunities. However, I start with teaching them how to stop attracting the negative stuff, which is, and it makes it different. It makes it, and a lot of people don't realize how they're actually attracting the negative. So I work
Right.
with people and I help them do that. And some of the people I work with, they want to start their own business, and some don't. They just want to attract something different in their life, a different career, and they want to keep working, or they want to attract a way to not have to work at all. So it's like, and that's what I help people do, and a lot of doing it and helping people focus in on their desire. What is it? Do they really want? It's very eye-opening for people because
Yes.
a lot of people, if you ask them what do they want, they start telling you all about what they don't want.
Yes.
Have you noticed that?
Oh, yes.
It's
Yes.
like,
Yes.
so I help them kind of retract themselves and focus on what do they want. And so for me personally, my personal experience with that is I did a process where I I wrote on one side of the piece of paper all the things that were going on in my environment around money and my work and that part of my life that I did not like. And then on the other side, I would look at the one item and then I'd go, okay, so I don't want this. So what do I want? And then I started writing exactly what I wanted. So on that side of the paper, so that gave me a starting point to help me kind of picture in my mind what would be my actual ideal opportunity and way for me to have my own financial life raft and eventually not have to work for someone else. And so I attracted it. I mean, really, this what I'm actually doing. It came once I started focusing on what I exactly wanted. It just started coming to me, and people came into my life that helped me figure this out and how to put it in a system that would work, and so I could teach people. And I just find it amazing how, like, sometimes I even think this was like a miracle, and but yet I know it wasn't. I know I attracted it. So it's like, so
That's
that's
there because of me. Yes.
yes, exactly. So I mean that's my kind of my part of my story and how I help people, what and it just has turned out. that I'm now my ideal opportunity. What I wanted it to include something that would be fun for me because, as you can tell, I like to laugh and have fun. So I wanted it to be fun for me, yet I wanted to help other people also kind of learn what I had been learning along the way. So that's what I do. And if you want to know more about how I do it and what I do, and that you think this resonates with you, you can find me at Hang Out with Debbie. And I do spell my name Debi because I figured that's my nickname. I'm going to spell it the way I want. So anyway, so that's how I mean, that's how you can get a hold of me, and that's what I do. That's the people that I help, and I really truly enjoy it.
And Debbie, you have, let's see, that's your internet site, hangoutwithdebbie.com, and you have a Hangout show as well. And can you tell us about that?
Sure, I do have a show. Now my show is not the same time or same day because I do the show around my flight attendant schedule. So I do have a weekly show, and I actually right now bring onto my show women that have actually done what I am helping and inspiring other women to do. So all of the people that I have on my show and on my panel are women that have attracted their ideal opportunities, and they have gone out there and done it, and most of them have been over 50, and they were over 50 when they started it.
Awesome.
They have some coming up that they are were not over 50. However, they brought into reality their something that they wanted to bring into reality using the law of attraction. So so right now in the month of October, November, December, the show will be on Tuesdays. However, the exact time of day I am unable to tell you in case I have to work on a Tuesday. So, but they are on Tuesdays for the rest of this month, and hopefully I can keep them up the same day, Tuesdays, as the next year folds into place.
So if they wanted to know about your shows, they just go on your site and type something in, and you would send them the links or send them the schedule?
Yes, if they want to know about the show, on the front page there is where they can put in their name and their email, and then I will keep them posted on the dates of the shows and when the shows are coming up, and share the link and how they can actually watch them, or even after the show. Then I put them into a blog, and I send the blog out, and so you can watch them after the fact also.
Awesome. Yeah, on YouTube, huh?
Right.
Good, good. Now you're really good at Google Plus too. I know you've helped me on a few things, and it's really good to have a good friend that's good on Google Plus. And I think you have a program, don't you, around business and Google Plus, or how to do Google Plus, or
Yes, I do have a course that I teach, and I totally fell into my lap. What happened is, which I guess I attracted it. Let me get the word right.
yes, that's there because of me.
As I was reaching out to the women that I wanted to interview and to have on my show, and letting them know that I did it in the Google Hangout platform, well, most of them are in business and they do marketing, and they'd heard of Google Plus and they'd heard of the Hangouts. However, they had no idea how to use them. So each person kept saying, "I want to know how to do that. I'm going to put a course together. Can you teach me how to do it?" So after about the fifth person, I decided, okay, this is what I need to do right now. So I put a course together. I just completed the first one. It's a 4-week course. And I put it together, and I teach mainly solopreneurs, the people that are the face of their business, like you and I. And
Mhm.
we're the face of our business. And I teach them how to take the 5 key components of Google Plus and put them together and leverage them as a marketing funnel. And
Awesome.
I do that in a 4-week process, and it's all done on the Hangout, so it's recorded, and they can come back and watch them at any time.
Invaluable. Yeah, it takes a long time to learn something like that when you're just starting and you're going on YouTube trying to figure it all out, or going doing searches and everything. So here it is in a nice, concise way. So I really, really like that. Great, great, great.
Now,
I started my second career. I've been teaching art for 10 years, so I started that at 62, and then at oh, like about 4 years ago. Then I started the internet business. So that was another phase. And now at 72, here I am with you, sharing wonderful information, inspirational information, and being happy about it all. So,
Yeah,
yes,
it's
yes,
awesome when you can be happy about what you're doing.
yes, yes, and feel very, very passionate. I know I went to a high school reunion a while back. And I was sitting at the table with my classmates from high school, and they were like, uh, there just seemed to be just not that spark. There just wasn't that spark about life, and they were more into kind of their things that hurt, and their body and this and that. And I thought, man, I feel so great and so full of life and so excited about everything. And I think that's what having the second act really be a great act is so great. So thanks for doing all that, Debbie.
Yeah, you're welcome. And thank you for having me on here. This has really been a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed your word, and then the way that you tied it into having the child learning to walk, and then because I'm new at that. I mean, it's been like 9 months. However, it's new. That's new because actually my infant grandson, he is going to be 9 months in a couple of days, and he's only at the process of pulling himself up, and he can stand there and balance, and he doesn't fall down every time now. However, and he did make his way around one corner today, so he's getting closer to the. They're like, oh, I'm gonna walk this whole couch holding on next. But anyway, so I like how you tied that in because then it really helped me. Like, okay, I am okay where I am with this process, and I am learning it, and I'm learning how to deliberately use it and harness it. So
Yes.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate learning that from you today and the way you tied it in. It helped me out a lot.
Ah, awesome. Yeah, it helps me too. When little Kaya first walked, they have a long hall, and she walked down that hall, and Chelsea, my daughter, texted me the video. So I'm walking around in a store looking at the video, and I'm going, whoa, this is so instant. It's like I'm right there. So I'm thinking, when I was putting together the program here, it would be a good idea if we just text ourselves and say, good job, good job. You just really did well today. And, just keep that vibration, the vibrazione up, because when you have that vibration up, looking at a video of you saying, good job to you, loving yourself, then you get more of the same. So I would really recommend that. Just text yourself or send yourself a video. It's lots of good results that way.
Yeah, that sounds like an awesome idea. Or you could send the video to your daughter and tell her, okay, I want you to send me these randomly. So then you wouldn't even know, and she's gonna send it to you, and you like you could.
Yeah, right. That that's even better. Talk about a creative flow. You just created something here really, really cool. That's like, when you do the letter to yourself and then you send it later or something like that, have other people send it. Awesome
Right.
idea. I think that's a good show
You know,
topic.
I think I'm gonna get my husband on that one. Yeah, I think that'd be a
Yeah.
good show. I think I'm gonna get my babe.
Yeah.
Email these while I'm at work, or text these to me while I'm at work.
Yes, yes, definitely.
I think that'd be awesome.
Ah, this has been so much fun. So this is brings our broadcast to the end right here. And I like to keep it at 30 minutes, and we did it, Debbie. We kept it right there at 30 minutes. So I want to thank all our viewers for listening and invite you to contact Debbie, and you can contact me on social media. Everything is under my name, Sandra Longmore. And even if you forget the name of my site, if you just Google in Sandra Longmore, there I will appear. So love to hear from you, and tune in next week. Next week, my guest is going to be Mary Lynn Monroe, Master Storyteller, and she will have a special story that she has written just for the broadcast. So see you next week. Have a fantastic, fabulous, wonderful, vibrazioni week. Bye bye.
Bye, everybody.